Welcome everyone tonight to the NSDCA Season 3 Clash at Daytona. To kick off the season, 16 drivers who have very varying accolades in the NSDCA will be taking to the high banks at the 2.5-mile Super Speedway in Daytona Beach, Florida, the Daytona International Speedway. It'll be a 16-lap race here in almost 80-degree temperatures at night, and we'll be seeing some very fast racing, very hard racing here as we are getting set to take the green flag and have these guys come out on their pace laps and then take the green flag here at Daytona. Your starting grid looks like this via a random starting grid setup. Tyler Jones will start this race on pole. He is in this race via a pole last season, and the team does not have the funding to run full-time this season, which means he will drop into a part-time ride, only running Daytona so far this season. Beside him is the Daytona Valvoline 200 winner last season and a pole winner last season, Aiden Burkhart. This number 16 team won 2 races in his first 3 starts, and of course Las Vegas was just a little bit bad for him at the beginning of last season. But he is looking to be able to run his final race in the ARCA Series before he heads into the trucks to take to the Speedway here at Daytona next weekend. Aiden Burkhart is always a threat at the super speedways. 4-time winner and last season's Talladega winner and season finale winner Diego Yepes starts in 3rd after he had a pole last season to lock him into this event. Diego Yepes is the fan favorite to win this one, as this is the only different event. This is the only exhibition event, I should say, that Diego has not won with Monster Motorsports. Monster Motorsports won the All-Star race last season with Diego, and this past off-season, they won the Dirt Derby at Eldora with Paul Jackson. And alongside him in the throwback to Mark Martin, Brandon Morris, who will be running double duty this weekend, as he will run his number 55 in the Clash tonight, in the Valvoline 200, and in the Crown Royal 300 for the Truck Series. Morris got in this by being the highest Toyota, as the highest manufacturer driver at the end of last season is in this event to fill up the field. And Brandon is looking to make his first exhibition event a magical one by taking home the victory here at Daytona. In row number 3, you see Season 1 champion Peter Onjak. He got into this race with a pole and the Season 1 championship, and as you see, he is not in his iconic number 44. He is in the 49 for the driver of his 44, Logan Cloud's team, Cloud9 Autosport. The 49 team has Butterball Turkey on for Peter Onjak for a handful of races this season. He will also be sharing the ride with Dusty Neal, who stepped in to take Peter's spot in the Dirt Derby after Logan Cloud and Tim Foster were both rushed to the hospital after that event. Peter Onjak has been struggling the last season. It's been over a season since he last won a race. What if he can do it tonight? What kind of momentum would that give him heading in to the season? And in 6th last season, of course, the Road America incident, Nathan Stapleton is there in that 97 for PNC Hamill Racing. That team is very struggling, and they are both, him and Derek Hamill are both in the Crown Royal Truck Series, as the only PNC Hamill car of Sean Ard in the 25 will be running in the Mountain Dew Custom Series this weekend. In row number 4, we have Zachary DeLello in the 43, which is interesting. Jacob Edson is not in this ride, and with Zachary DeLello allying up with Monster Motorsports, he gets to drive this number 43 at the Clash, sponsored by GoDaddy, and with help from Diego Yepes and Jacob Edson to field this car. DeLello will be running full-time in the Crown Royal Truck Series and is still winless in every race in his career. Can he finally break his 0-22 record and finally break through with a win sometime this season in the Truck Series? Alongside him, Carson Bowers, another driver and your Season 2 champion, I should say, that teamed up with AJR Racing, hence why you see him in this number 01. The Chevron colors on board the defending champion. Bowers is looking to take this 01 2 years in a row, just like Ryan Butcher did last season, and take it to the win in the Clash. Canadian Carter Friesen starts in row 9 alongside Ryan Butcher. Carter Friesen made this race by being the highest Chevy, as he had a pretty struggling season last year and turned it around to a 6th place points finish in the standings at the end of season number 2. Alongside him, Ryan Butcher driving that number 78 that Mathis Wells will be piloting for 6 races this season. Ryan Butcher runs full-time in the Crown Royal Truck Series now in that number 01. As he hands that off, he will be running the 01 for 2 or 3 races this season along with Carson Bowers. In row number 6, I should say, Brady Burkhart in a bit of a memorial in the number 20. 2 years ago, in our school district, one of our classmates died in a car accident on her way back home from something, I do not know what. She was killed in that accident with her mother, and one of our other friends was able to survive that accident, but was a bit scarred. Brady will be driving with her name on the back of that car, trying to put it in victory lane either here in the Clash or in the Valvoline 200. This will be Brady's only start this season in a new number 20. And in 12th place, Sebastian Kukulon, runner-up to the championship last season. He has not won a race either in his career. He is driving the number 27 that Mitchell Collins will be driving this season, as he will just take this, as it is Mitchell Collins' car, he's going to try to take this to a win. Red Bull Motorsports doing very strong this season, with both him and new teammate Kayla Nosler heading into the Truck Series. Speaking of Nosler, he starts on the inside of row number 7. Nosler in the Menards 24. This is funded by Red Bull Motorsports. He'll be driving this number 24 for only this race, as neither of the Red Bull Motorsports drivers are doing double duty this season. And Riley Spurley-Tube in 14th. He won Kentucky last season. He had a pole last season, or he was the highest Dodge last season in points, beating out his team owner, Jay Jefferson. Riley Spurley-Tube will be taking one more season in this series as one of only 7 returning drivers making a run at the championship in the NASCAR, in the NSDCA Mountain Dew Custom Series. Spurley-Tube hopes to take Texas Star Racing to victory lane. And finally, row number 8, Blake Maurice and Jake Rogers. Blake is the Rookie of the Year from last season, which locks him into this Clash, and it also locks him into the IROC series that will begin at the end of this season. Blake Maurice is going to run the Crown Royal Truck Series full-time with no starts in the Mountain Dew Custom Series except for the Clash, and this 11 team is hoping that he will be able to get his first win without it being encumbered. And finally, Jake Rogers in 16th won a pole last season at Watkins Glen, and he is going to do everything he can to try to go up there with Carter Friesen and go win this race, just like AJR did last season with a 1-2 finish between Ryan Butcher and Randy Kaiser. But Jake Rogers will be rolling off 16th. There is your starting grid, and now pre-race show will end. Let's get out to the track for the live race. So after that very great intro from me, we are going to be heading into the Clash here in the NSDCA. I gotta start this a little bit here. But with 16 drivers eligible for the race, let's see what'll happen. Let's see who will be able to take home a victory at the beginning of this season. Last season it was Ryan Butcher who took home the win, being pushed by teammate Randy Kaiser on the way to a victory, and his one of 3 victories that he took in season number 2. Here we go. It is 16 laps, 16 drivers, 16 of the best here in the NSDCA. Let's go ahead down. Well, we'll wait a minute. But this is going to be a big race here. There's all 16 cars lined up on pit road. Tyler Jones making his one single start in the exhibition races here. He will not be in the All-Star race, but everyone else in this field will be attempting just this race. Few of them. Let's get the command. I gotta unmute NR 2003. That might be it. Drivers, start your engines. There we go. Engines have been fired there. I gotta turn on oh, yeah, it's fine. Okay. So 16 cars will be rolling out onto the grid. Tyler Jones and Aiden Burkhart will roll off on row number 1 with Diego Yepes in his younger brother Marcus Yepes' number 77 for this season. Diego made this number 77 famous after he won 2 races last season and 2 races in season 1. Alongside him, Brandon Morris for the Burkhart Morris Motorsports team. That is very much struggling. No, this is not pre-recorded. Peter Onjek in that 49, he was one of many drivers changing rides this season and one of only few drivers driving in the driving double duty in a few races this season. That 49 team is funded by Cloud9 Autosport, which is owned by Logan Cloud. However, Onge Auto is helping to support this 49 car when Peter drives in it. Nathan Stapleton to the outside of him, and Zachary DeLello, Carson Bowers with their alliances to Monster Motorsports and AJR Racing respectively. They both get to drive some of their cars in the clash tonight. Further back, Brady Burkhardt, Carter Freeze, and a lot of drivers, 16 of them to be exact, will be taking to Daytona for 16 laps around the Daytona International Speedway. The actual race, the Valvoline 200, is only 20 laps, so this race is 16 cars for 16 laps. Tyler Jones out in front. Aiden Burkhardt, who won Daytona in the Valvoline 200 last season. That is why he is in this event. Tony Green could not make it, but there is the green flag. We are racing 16 laps here at Daytona. Out in front, Tyler Jones is going to get the early jump. Diego Yepes tries to get to the inside. It doesn't look like he's going to. Yes, he will. Diego gets a nose down to the bottom. Last time we were at an exhibition race in the ARCA cars, it was those two on the bottom, Diego Yepes versus Peter Onjek, for that race win. Diego was able to beat Peter on pit strategy on track and win at the All-Star race. Some hailed that as one of the best races from last season. Tyler Jones on the outside. Aiden Burkhardt trying to make it and clear that 19. He will not. But Diego Yepes down on the inside. He has Peter Onjek behind him. Teammate Zachary DeLello in that 43 car. There's Carter Friesen as well. And there is Brady Burkhardt in that Mountain Dew number 20. Kalen Nosler in the 24. Yepes goes up to the middle line to block, goes back down, and he will lead them around lap number 1. Peter Onjek dives to the inside. Zachary DeLello down on the inside as well. And that'll be a big push in that 43 car. Carter Friesen, Brady Burkhardt down there as well. Kalen Nosler further back. Blake Maurice is now Aiden Burkhardt. Nathan Stapleton got shuffled to the top of the track. Carter Friesen will make that third line work with Brady Burkhardt and Kalen Nosler. Blake Maurice all the way down as far as he can. Tyler Jones does not know what line he wants. Kind of a little bit of indecision there. Could cost him a lot of spots, and that's what it will do. Peter Onjek now to the race lead in that Cloud9 Autosport number 49. Carter Friesen's going to tuck in behind him. The Canadian in the field ducks to the inside, trying to pick up Brady Burkhardt with him. Kalen Nosler in that 24, making his single start this season. There's that 11 car, Blake Maurice, all the way on the inside as well. But now Burkhardt makes a move down to the bottom. All 16 cars here are going to fall victim to the Daytona Shuffle, the Super Speedway Shuffle that always appears on NR 2003. You get to the outside, drop all the way back, and go right back to the front. Brady Burkhardt down the back straightaway. We get our first flyby of the 16 cars rushing down almost 190, maybe even 200 miles an hour as they enter the corner. Kalen Nosler, Blake Maurice, Jake Rogers now to the inside. Blake Maurice, of course, last season at Las Vegas came out with an encumbered win for that 11 team. So right now he does not have a career win to his name, as the encumbered wins still do not count for points. They do count for records, so he does have a career win. Sorry, my bad. Jake Rogers down on that inside. He's getting pushed now by Ryan Butcher. Butcher even stepped out for the Season 2 champion. Carson Bowers, who you see is above him in that number 01, he stepped out, and now Ryan Butcher is going to run the slower of the two cars. However, he's going to push right to the front. Riley Spurley-Tube, Sebastian Kukulon down there as well. There's Nathan Stapleton, Aiden Burkhardt. That is your bottom 5 right there. Jake Rogers now pushes right up to the side of Blake Maurice. Down the back straightaway they go. Butcher is going to take that race lead. At least he'll try to, as they go 3x3 here at Daytona. Riley Spurley-Tube in that inside. He's in that 28. The only Texas Star Racing car in the field here in the Clash. Even though Jay Jefferson, one of the greats of the series, people will say, is not in this field. Only Riley is, and that is big. Ryan Butcher now to the race lead. Of course, he was your Clash winner last season. That's why he's in this race in the 78 car. Now he gets shuffled to the middle. Peter Onjek drops the back with Morris and Burkhardt. The teammates working that outside line could drop down as well. 4 Burkhardt Morris and Burkhardt Maurice cars in this field. That team could be very big here. Sebastian Kukulon in this number 27. The team has renumbered it to the 27 as Mitchell Collins will be driving that car for the entire season. Kukulon does not have a spare car to open the 12 in as he works out of his little motel down in Charlotte. The Red Bull Motorsports team is looking to hopefully get Mitchell Collins and other rookie Nicholas Wade into victory lane for Red Bull Motorsports. Right now out in front, Riley Spurleytube pulling away. I don't know if that's necessarily good, but he is holding his line out in front. Here comes Aiden Burkhardt. He's going to have Tyler Jones, Zachary DeLello getting right up behind him. 16 goes up. Jones stays to the bottom. 16 ducks back to the bottom. Good move by Aiden Burkhardt there. Spurleytube has no one drafting him. Tyler Jones is going to get there. They're starting to kind of spread out in that 3x3. Zachary DeLello to the inside. He's going to have Aiden Burkhardt out in front of him. And now Burkhardt takes the race lead. Zachary DeLello in that 43. He moves into the second position. This is the fastest equipment he has ever ran in, as he has been able to go with the team. As they just said the ticker, let's actually use this ticker. And there is Aiden Burkhardt out in front. In second, Zachary DeLello side by side with Kentucky winner last season, Riley Spurleytube. Tyler Jones is going to be forced 3 wide. Morris and Onjak almost get together there as they were getting pushed down in the corner. You also see Kukulon has dropped to the back. A lot of drivers, 3x3 Daytona. You can't really make a good Daytona on this game and have these guys kind of get single filed out. They always just start getting 3 wide, 4 wide here. Blake Maurice gets to the inside of Morris. Contact there between Morris and Onjak. A little bit of wall bang in there, or door bang in there, between the 55 and the 49. Aiden Burkhardt remains in the race lead. Zachary DeLello sitting there in second, trying to get help from Morris, Maurice, and Burkhardt, and it will be Aiden leading that lap, this time by 8 laps in. We are halfway through this clash, 9 to go here at Daytona. Look at that. Morris and Maurice, those guys are trying to not push DeLello past them, but he's going to get around them anyway. DeLello to the inside, 2 and 3 wide. Brady Burkhardt, Morris, will they make the move to the inside on DeLello? Morris is trying. He's trying to get Maurice to go with him. A lot of similar names there, but it won't happen. Blake goes to the middle line. Brady gets to the inside of him, and through the corner, Riley Spurleytube kind of pinches them down a little bit. And now Zachary DeLello leads them off of the corner. We're coming around 8 laps to go here in the clash. Zachary DeLello out in front. He's trying to block both of the Burkhardt-Morris entries there. Right now, this 43 car out in front. Jacob Edson, the last time the 43 went to victory lane was season 1 at Las Vegas. That was 21 races ago, if you count only the points-paying races. But now look behind him. Morris and Burkhardt right there, nose to tail with Blake Maurice, with that 16 of Aiden Burkhardt. Now will the Toyotas do anything to DeLello? They're going to go down. Beautiful move by the 2 Toyotas, and they're going to leave DeLello out to dry, and right into the race lead they go. Brandon Morris gets pushed by Brady Burkhardt to this race lead. Nathan Stapleton slow in the back. He's coming into pit road. Issue on the 97 will take him out. That PNC Hamill Racing team has had just no luck, and now he is down pit road, most likely taking him out of this clash. Ryan Butcher as well, with that, has now kind of lost a bit of the draft, so he's going to have to hope that he'll be able to get back in there and make sure he can still battle, but they are 3 wide. Brady Burkhardt out in front. Kalen Nosler now has teammate Sebastian Kukulon on the inside. These guys are still racing hard. Who's going to make the move here? Coming around 6 to go. Who's going to be able to win this race? Diego Yepes. Look at him further back here in the 77 car. He's been kind of silent, running around the back. Now is not really the time you want to get to the front. But if there's going to be the shuffle, you want to be up there as quickly as you can, so you shuffle back. But right now, Diego on the inside, pushing Tyler Jones. Kukulon will leave Nosler to dry. And there goes that 27 car to the race lead, side by side with teammate Kalen Nosler. Tyler Jones, and that inside line is going to back off a little bit, but everyone knows the tale. Still 15 cars in this battle. Nathan Stapleton is back out, and right now this 97 car is possibly going to screw up this field, even though he is up to speed, which means when they catch him, they're about halfway down the back straightaway from him. When they catch him, it shouldn't be too big. There is Tyler Jones trying to make the move. Only one race. He is only attempting the Valvoline 200 this season as Tyler McCall will be driving the 19 for another 5 races this season. Riley Spurleytube, he's going to get a nose to the inside of Jones. Kukulon out in front, and here they come down the front straightaway once again. Kukulon gets moved up into the shuffle. Tyler Jones, he started this race on pole. Can he do it? Riley Spurleytube on the inside. 3x3x3, 5 rows deep here at Daytona. But these guys will not be restless for long. The Clash was the least exciting race of the entire season last year. Of course, it was just single file racing, 3x3, and the shuffle with no spins. We still have 4 to go this time by. People are going to get aggressive. Who's going to get aggressive enough to take out this field? Riley Spurleytube back out front. Butcher and Onjak trying to get up there with DeLello, Morris, and Brady Burkhart there as well. And there's Nathan Stapleton out in front of him. Down the front straightaway, we come around. 4 laps to go. Spurleytube out in front. In second is Ryan Butcher. Peter Onjak now to the inside. He has Zachary DeLello that's going to go with him. Brandon Morris, Brady Burkhart. Those two will work together. You saw how they got around DeLello together. Spurleytube once again will be leading off of turn 2. But will he get past on the inside? DeLello leaves Onjak behind. There's Nathan Stapleton, the slower car that could screw up the plans for a group of these drivers. DeLello trying with a big push from the Burkhart-Morris Motorsports duo. There's Nathan Stapleton. 97 car is not too slow. Spurleytube is going to try to make a move to the outside of him as they're going to catch him. Stapleton goes up, blocks the 28, and here comes Zachary DeLello to the inside with Morris, with Burkhart, and now Morris 3 wide as Stapleton blocks him. And that is going to be Brandon Morris down to the inside. Diego Yepes is there. Look at that 27. Kukulon could be in the hot seat here to win this race. Onjak, Spurleytube, Butcher, Friesen, all going to be held up by that. It's back to a 16-car battle, and now Burkhart and Morris battle. Jake Rogers to the inside in that 98. Kalen Nosler is there. So is Diego Yepes, Sebastian Kukulon, Tyler Jones, all in the mix. Morris almost came down. That bottom line's getting a bit squeezed there. These guys do not want to crash this field. They do not want to crash their cars. These can be used in the duels, and I think that's what a few of these drivers are trying to do. Kukulon, to reference that, Sebastian Kukulon, the reason he's in the 27 is because he is in Mitchell Collins' backup car for this race. So really, if that team wrecks, if Kukulon wrecks this car, Mitchell Collins may not have a backup for Daytona if he crashes out in the duel. Kalen Nosler to the lead. Here comes Diego Yepes, the only exhibition race Monster Motorsports has yet to win. Kukulon is pushing him. Tyler Jones, Carter Friesen on the inside. Will they push him? Coming around, the white flag will be in the air. Here comes Diego Yepes. Tyler Jones, Carter Friesen, Ryan Butcher is still there. Peter Onjak, Riley Spurleytube. Yepes using the inside line. He's going to block it. Tyler Jones goes up and down. Jones will get shuffled out. Diego Yepes leads. 1 lap to go here at Daytona. Tyler Jones, Carter Friesen are on that inside line. 3x3. Diego is out in front. Butcher, there's Peter Onjak. Onjak is going to get up into this top 5. Can Friesen perform the move? Ryan Butcher, could he win this race 2 in a row? Diego is out in front. The 77 team has done so strong all season long. Carter Friesen, he's going to have one chance to do it. No, he will not. Diego blocks him. Coming through. Turns number 3 and 4. No one on the outside. Friesen's going to have to get help from the inside from Ryan Butcher. But out of turn number 4, it will be Diego Yepes picking up the 3rd exhibition race win for Monster Motorsports. Yepes comes home the victor. Carter Friesen comes up a short 2nd. Ryan Butcher comes home 3rd. Tyler Jones 4th. Peter Onjak in that Logan Cloud 9 Autosport entry comes home 5th. In 6th comes Carson Bowers. 7th Riley Spurleytube. 8th Blake Maurice. 9th Aiden Burkhart. And 10th Kalen Nosler. So again, another boring race here for the Clash, as these guys have been very, very very calm in these races usually. 25 people in the stream, holy crap. They watched the most boring race. But with Diego Yepes winning, he will put himself in. That is the 6th win of his career, counting exhibition races. Of course, he only has 4 career wins. Now, for the rest of this, the NSDCA Speedweeks kicks off. Tomorrow is truck practice. All 36 trucks will finally make it onto the track at Daytona and throw practice in. Tuesday is ARCA practice. When Wednesday comes around, we will see the GoDaddy duels at Daytona, where 52 drivers will be fighting for 40 spots to make the Valvoline 200. Of course, after that, the Valvoline 200 will be on a Saturday, while the Crown Royal Truck Series will be released on a Sunday. Crown Royal Truck Series will not have any duels. But thank you guys so much for tuning into the Clash, and all 28 of you watching, 29 of you watching. This was the most boring race we've had. If you want to make sure to watch a good race, watch the All-Star race from last season. That was probably the best stream we've ever had. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in to the Clash. Be sure to check out the Red Bull Short Track Showdown that was released earlier today at Flemington. They had their season opener today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for sticking around, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for truck practice at Daytona.